In this video, we're not looking for swords, we're looking for rocks. And why, you might ask? Well, that's a very valid question. And well, the answer to that is rain. Well, I mean, not really rain, it's more of what rain has to do. Well, anyway, we're making a rock bridge. And as you might have guessed, the first step to making a rock bridge is getting rocks. And living in the country, the very first place I thought of was the ditches. There always seems to be so many rocks, so my sisters and I hopped on the quad, went up and down the ditches, and picked up as many rocks as we could.
Rock hunting. Ah!
You got video?
Yeah.
And as you probably imagine, there were some rocks that were very easy to get, and others that were very heavy and hard to get. But it didn't matter to us, we were going to get as many rocks as we could. We even managed to snag the mother of all rocks. It took 2 people to lift. This thing was massive.
Oh, frick.
But by the end of the day, we had acquired quite a good amount of rocks, so we decided that was enough and went to go build. Then we brought the rocks to the bridge, which really was a challenge of its own. As you can see here, I got pretty stuck, but I thought, you know what? Let's just save that problem for later and let's build the bridge. Looking at the old bridge, you can probably tell why it needed to be redone. Though I've never actually built a rock bridge, I thought it was common sense to put the biggest rocks in the center to fill the biggest holes, and that worked out well. As you can see, we put the mother of all rocks right in the center, and it worked out very well. Nice flat surface right at the top of the water. Then the next step of the process was to surround all the big rocks in the middle with littler rocks on the outside to hold them in place, and if you fall off the big ones, it's okay, you can just ride on the small ones. And the reason this was so difficult to do was because you're pushing all these rocks into loose mud, and you don't know if they're going to stay in position like you want them to, or just move all around. But at the end of it all, it turned out super nice. It took quite a while and a lot of rocks, but this rock bridge will definitely be here till the end of time. It's not going to rot, it's not going to flow away, it's there for good. Then after a few minutes of standing back and looking at my work, I realized, oh yeah, I gotta get the quad out. So we did that fairly quick. And then we thought to ourselves, when's a better time to try it than when it's raining and it's slippery? So we went out with my fat bike and decided to give it a try. And you can probably tell it's a little bumpy, but that's because of bad craftsmanship. I didn't really put all the rocks the proper way, but it's still magical, and I highly recommend you build one. It takes a while, but it's definitely worth it.
Okay, guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As you can see, when it's so wet like this, it's still good. You got the rock bridge here. It's a little slippery, but not too bad. But if you did like this video, consider subscribing and liking. Other than that, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Come on, Lynn. Come on, Chuck.